Upper row. Here they come out of turn number 4. Green flag and the Straight Talk Wireless 500 is underway. It won't take long. There they go. Way down on the apron for Byron.
Well, they all made it, so that's the first accomplishment of getting through turn 1, all that chaos, and now these guys are trying to feel where they need to be on the racetrack. Traffic is obviously tough in these cars, but you're going to see some guys shoot to the bottom right here that are trying to gain track position, and others try to take care of their car and keep it up on the racetrack.
And who used it best? William Byron, up 3 spots already. Great start for him. Wow, 5 wide going into the corner there. Kevin, you mentioned how hard it is on the car and on the driver, dropping down and hitting that apron. What does it do to the tire?
Well, it shocks that tire because it bottoms out right there. So the tire winds up taking all the load and not the suspension. So that damages that tire if you hit it too many times. So you got to be really careful about going down on that apron. But in the race, you just don't have a choice. You've got to go down there to protect your position or gain a position, because if you don't, somebody else will.
Now out in front of the leaders, Zane Smith, in addition to having to start at the rear for unapproved adjustments, also had to do a pass-through penalty under green to start the race. So he'll be in danger of perhaps going a lap down to Joey Logano here.
These two right here can't get it sorted out. William Byron has been working on Suarez. By the way, Daniel Suarez in that Spire Motorsports car, unloaded fast and is hanging tough right here. They are working hard door to door.
Yeah, and what a great qualifying effort by Suarez, and now you see him under fire from William Byron on the inside right there. But we expect William Byron to be a contender along with that car right behind him, Ryan Blaney.
He won't go away. And every lap they do, they see move up and look, open the door for Blaney. Try to move him up the racetrack, but Suarez will not go away. Every lap they do that, it slows him down and gives somebody else an opportunity, and that is Blaney.
Reddick, the black car, trying to advance here on Ross Chastain. 5 cars in a very tight pile here. And they're about to be joined by another Denny Hamlin in the 11.
Yeah, we haven't talked much about Denny Hamlin, but he absolutely dominated this race last year. It's been really quiet on the driver's side for Denny Hamlin and what we expect him to do. But on the ownership side, it's been really good.
Kevin, you told us and you asked Logano. We heard Logano tell us that outside would open up, and it's on display right there with Reddick rolling right around the 24.
Yeah, and you see this on board with this Bob's Discount Furniture camera and on board of Denny Hamlin. He's able to get through the center of the corner. You got to be able to turn the car at the end of the first third of the corner to be able to get through that center of the corner. And these guys are going to have a lot of options on this end of the racetrack down here in 1 and 2. You heard Joey Logano refer to it to start the race about this track really widening out. On a hot day like this, at this particular racetrack, you've got to have a versatile car because you can't just ride right behind them in one line.
Now Carson Hocevar, we mentioned, had to start in the rear because of that alternator change. He's picked up 8 spots already. He had qualified 7th, and there's that 77 headed back toward the front.
And that makes for a long day. He had a great qualifying effort, as his Spire teammates did as well. But when you put that car in the back of the pack, it takes that opportunity to probably score stage points in the first stage. We talk so much about points. As you see the 44 car, Cole Custer, lock that left front tire. Easy to do right there.
Kevin, all right. I heard you say you have to have a versatile car, be able to move around the racetrack. You can't go through them, you got to go around them, go where they're not. When you're running that outside versus the bottom, walk us through what it takes driving-wise behind the wheel to drive that different line.
Well, when you're going to run the top line here, you have to still drive the car into the corner, and it's a really unique situation because in these cars, the bottom or the top, you transfer from the brake. As soon as you get off the brake, you don't want to have any time between when you touch the throttle. So a lot of partial throttle. You adjust that from the bottom of the racetrack to the top and how far you carry that.
Still down there, 77.
Larry?
Yeah, I've been watching these guys shifting, and they're going between 3rd and 4th, and now that the pace has slowed down, what Kyle Larson is doing, he is staying in 3rd gear off of turn 2 down the back straightaway, where Logano and Cindric are actually going to high. Larson is staying in 3rd all the way down the back straightaway through 3 and 4.
Yeah, and It's actually from 4th to 5th right there. And for me, I always like to leave it in 4th gear down the back straightaway because it kept me from overdriving the corner. See right there, Larson left it in 4th gear that lap. If you leave it in 5th gear, I always thought that it made the car tighter getting in the corner, and you were harder on those front tires. So as they go from new tires and get more laps on these tires, you'll start seeing more and more of them leave it in 4th gear.
Well, they better find a better gear because this 12 car is in high gear. That thing is flying, guys. Blaney on the move.
Yeah, and when you get a little gap in between cars, you're going to see a lot of guys make up lap time until they catch somebody to a certain distance. But Blaney's notorious for being able to turn the center of the corner better and make better lap time on these long runs.
Big weekend for Roger Penske. He was the keynote speaker at a big dinner Friday night to raise several $100,000 for Folds of Honor. And all the Penske IndyCar and Nascar teams were all honored at the 60th anniversary of Team Penske celebration last night. All that happening up at the Penske complex in North Scottsdale. Roger must be smiling now. He's got the top 3 spots. Logano, Cindric, Blaney, with Larson Chevy in 4th and Tyler Reddick's Toyota moving up past Suarez to 5th. 14 of 60 laps complete in stage 1 in the Arizona desert.